This is Snow GW Shield, aka SnowRat, aka Frozen SnowRat, aka Golden SnowRat. As I told you, as the months go on, I will teach a lot more stuff. Because there's a tremendous amount of stuff that I know that I just have to push out in updates. I can't just throw everything on you folks on day one or on day whatever. I can't throw everything on you folks. So today I'm gonna tell you some new stuff. Some new stuff that I don't think you can find. I don't think I don't know if people notice. A lot of people have been saying um, that 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 I talk with such conviction, that I really believe in the things that I talk about. Well, I mean, I think is very comical because everything that I talk about is the truth. I mean, it's yes, it is something I believe because it's the truth. It's not, you can ask me a week, month from now, and people have done that. People have asked me 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and my story has not changed. It's always the same story. It's always the same content. It's, and what makes me feel secure in what I say, because I know it's the truth, because it's stuff that really did happen and stuff. That there's people that are around here in the region on the planet that can read you, that can know if you're telling the truth. That you have an energetic signature in your body, which you cannot make up a story and for them not to see it. I mean, they'll know automatically. Like I said, a lot of the beings, a lot of the star people, they know if you're being truthful or not. They can read it, like you can't fool them. And so that's why I've been getting a lot of support. That's why a lot of people from all over have been coming here to see me and meet me and stuff. Because people from all over the planet are interested in me. And I just so you know, a lot of my videos on a lot of my social medias, it only says like one view or 3 views. Like for instance, YouTube, for instance, all my videos will always say either 1 view or 3 views. It, and really, there could be hundreds of people that view my stuff, and it'll always say either 0 views or 3 views. I, I, it's mainly done for my protection. Well, not so much my protection, but just uh, people want to be greedy with my information. People want my information to. I mean, they can't stop me because I have the full support of Divine Armada and Mother Divine herself. So what they do is they make it so very few people can find me, which they don't realize I'm on all the social medias. I'm on Twitter. I'm on all the foreign websites. The ones in Europe, the ones in Asia, and my stuff in other countries is blowing up. Some of my stuff in other countries has like a lot of views, but for some reason in America they want to keep information, um, which I'm told I'm not allowed to know why. It's just there's a lot of reasons, and I'm told it's just not important for me to know. It's something that like I told you folks, I'm on a need to know basis. If the universe, aka God, the creator, doesn't feel that I need to know it, then I don't know it. It doesn't come in my reality. And not only for my protection, for other people's protection. Uh, so today I want to talk about something very important. I give you folks a lot of motivational speeches. I give you a lot of uplifting stuff. I tell you to always stay positive, happy, and hopeful, because positive, happy, and hopeful, it'll help you overcome. It'll help you become unbreakable. It'll help you overcome very tough situations. It'll give you resilience. It will help you. It's a good pickup. And I tell you about no complaining, no criticizing, and no comparing. I tell you all this important stuff. Because I truly do want these things to be tools, assets to you to help give you an advantage, give you advantage not just over people but over life itself. So you're not struggling, you're not facing difficult situations, because trust me, I faced in just in just my short time of living, I've literally lived 3 lifetimes. That's how much experience I've had in just the short amount of time I've lived. That's why I'm so far ahead. And another thing, another uplifting thing that I want to tell you is for every 6 months that you train hard, you study hard, you work hard at the general, success thing. If you study hard, if you do fitness hard, if you do all these things and the hygiene hard, if you do it for 6 months straight, you will be 6 years ahead of everybody else. And I've calculated. I've asked my sources. I've done 16 of these 6 months. So 16 times 6 months is 96 years. I'm 96 years ahead of most people. And just remember, I'll always try to you don't work for. I mean, really, when you set goals, the New Year's resolution, you're trying to do them at least for 6 months. I mean, if you can do them for a year, that's great. But try to do things in 6 month intervals, and that will give you a 6 year boost, 6 months ahead of everybody else. Because no, not everybody did. Very few people put in the work. A lot of people want that success. A lot of people want the glory. A lot of people want all this and that, but they don't put in the work. They don't try to improve themselves. They don't go searching. They're not hungry. That's why people like me. That's why we are in the position we are, because we're hungry and we're constantly pushing the envelope. When I say that I've lived the hardest life, I why so many people are having fun and doing things in enjoyment, which is plenty okay. I'm sitting here pushing hard. Um, it's just all my videos. You know why I push hard is to give all of you success. To try to simplify things for you folks, to make it easier for everybody, so everybody can have abundance and success and happiness and love, so people don't have to struggle as hard. I'm basically a code breaker. I simplify things, and it's like I said, my life is not for everybody, and it would be a weird world if everybody was like me, because it would be a strange world. Um, so today I wanted to give you, like I said, every one of my videos I try to give a special gem, and today I want to give you a special gem. When you get to level two and when you get to the next level, and when you get to the third level, especially when you get to the third level, you of course you'll be governed by the country's laws and the state laws, but you'll also be added additional laws, which should be obeyed by everybody. There's things called universal laws, what I'm just now learning. The powerful sources are teaching me. Let me go through the ones that they taught me. There's universal law of dignity, which basically means um, that no matter what happens between you and another person, a person has the right to shower, to hygiene, and food, and basically dignity. There's the universal law of God's power, which means Ho'oponopono is God's power. Is you requesting from God's, not only God Himself, but from His divine forces. So Ho'oponopono can't be used to hurt somebody or hurt yourself or do harm, or else there's major consequences. I mean, if you want to fight somebody, you can't use God's power. It's just God doesn't. It's universal law. You can't use His power to. His powers are not toys. And uh, let's see. There's universal law of forgiveness, which states if somebody comes to you for forgiveness, you have to give it to them. It's universal law that you have to accept their forgiveness. You can't deny somebody forgiveness. if they come and ask you for it. There's universal law of loyalty, which means if somebody gives you true loyalty and they give you loyalty for they're extremely loyal to you, you have to give them loyalty. That's universal law. And of course, the big one is the universal law of free will, which states um, if um, you can't, like for instance, I can't do my whole point to clear somebody without their permission. I can't now block them um, without their permission. Let's see. There's universal law of honesty, which basically states that you have to be honest with other people, you have to be honest with yourself, you have to be honest with the universe. The reason why this is universal law is because to get what you want, to get great things, you have to you have to be honest with yourself, the others, and the universe, or else the universe doesn't know if what you really want is is something that you really want or something that you're another lie you tell yourself. So it's important. That's the universal law that you have to follow. Another universal law is the universal law of purpose, which means you have to serve a purpose, whether it's dark or light or gray or what you would call it. You have to serve a purpose, so the purpose serves you. No matter the purpose. And let's see what last one was. I'm forgetting. Um, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if I'm forgetting any of the universal laws. I got dignity, love, honesty, loyalty, forgiveness, God's power. Oh yeah, and universal law. The last one that I know, universal law of God's love, which states that any love given to somebody has to be done without terms, without questions, without question, without terms, without conditions. That's the universal law of God's love, and that's as far as they let me know of the universal laws. And in all beings, the angels, the Arcturians, all the biggest, baddest people in the universe, are governed by universal laws, which it's universal. So there you go. There's a little gem for you. And just so you know, folks, you can research a lot of this stuff that I teach. You won't find it online. You won't find it on Google. You won't find it in books. I mean, some stuff you'll find, like the energetic key, you'll find information about that. The gold feather, you'll find information about that. But like my whole Pono, you won't find that. Like universal laws, I don't think you'll find that. You will find information about Inner Christ, Inner Buddha. You won't find stuff about Inner Holy Shield. And another thing, people try this stuff that I teach. They a lot of people, they don't just take my word for value. They actually try it and it actually works for them. That's why I got a lot of validation. That's why a lot of people take stock in what I have to say. It's because I don't just say stuff to say stuff. I say stuff that actually works and it's actually beneficial and useful to people. And I see a lot of true happenings. That's why people have respect for me, and why other people, they call them crazy and they make fun of them. A lot of people have my back, and a lot of people think of me as a gem, as a holy man, as a saint. Which I mean, there's a lot of truth to those things, but there's a reason why so many people value me. And it's because I have a lot of stuff that comes from me is true happenings. Whether that's it for you folks, I don't want to overwhelm you folks. And just remember, if you folks ever need me, if you, remember my whole point, it's a $4,500 value. It's free of charge. All you have to do is ask. Um, you just gotta let me know you want me to do a huge whole point on you, and I will get to work on you free of charge. Because uh, I get rewards. I basically live on good karma. Well, have an awesome day, all you folks. This is Snow Drew to be Shield, aka SnowRat, aka Frozen SnowRat, aka Golden SnowRat. I have been getting good sleep after good sleep, and I feel great.